points in the game.
The Cy-Hawk Trophy. On the one hand, it divides the state. On the other, it brings it together. And everyone across this great state, from RAGBRAI to the legendary Water and Ames, know that winning this trophy can have you pedaling toward a high water mark. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the ground, it's Terry. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw again. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Buys a little time. Another incompletion on third down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Oh, the attempt is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He might want another play. To the air on second down. Spits it out to the back. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Slips through the line. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's caught inside the 20. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on the track.
Yeah, receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. Signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. They got him. That's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. When you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and, you know, people in Iowa, they just love football, and this is a rock.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give to the single back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
That is such a great play by that defender, and how many times on deep balls do we see PI? Do we see pass interference? In situations just like that, that defender did an outstanding job.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They're up 14 over Central Michigan. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
There he goes. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a 4th down. The defense could not get the back on the ground, Palmer, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, David, and better gap integrity up front, too, on defense. I know you think it's going to be passed, but that doesn't give you an excuse to get out of your lane. Everybody's thinking sack the quarterback, but now they just opened a huge crease for that running back, and he took advantage of it.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Terry. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
You and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Using the quick game. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on third down. Looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
Send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. What a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's his second miss of the day. And listen, it's a real thing, man. The wet, the ball gets heavier, like the operation doesn't go as smooth with the conditions. And I'd be shocked if we saw them again today.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Yeah, and when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Here on third down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, it's picked off. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Man, great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win first and second down, bring their dime personnel on the field third and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical takeaway.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I know everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to return it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Going to swing it on second down. Got his man. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
Well, it's a great design on offense on that pass play there. You see they clear out the middle of the field. They leave a huge space wide open for the quarterback to attack. Nice timing on the throw.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Hawkeyes will have it first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the...
Fires one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cyclones will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. And he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll pull it on the read. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Carpenter. He's got his man, makes the grab. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Back to pass on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He fires to the left side. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Terry. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And complete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Got him downfield. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And the Cyclones will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Hey, whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
To throw, it's Carpenter. Swings it out to his running back. Finds a crease at the 20. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Tackled here by the defense.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Quarterback making checks. On third down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. To throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Terry. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking? by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking for space. It's Terry. Turning it on! They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
They go to the ground. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Right there to stop him, and that would be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Running to the left. They stop him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On fourth down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And it's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Rides the back on the option to give. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Hawkeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He leaves it with his back. Gets away from one, finds room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad, and this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. At the 20, he's got space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up by 18 over Central Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. State sending the offense back out. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Sends it back in motion. They'll try the run. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Spins away from the defense. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep his third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level.
Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Cyclones have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Grabs it in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Caught behind the line. It's Malone. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. One more play to pad the stats. Defense dropping into soft coverage. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Throw to the end zone, picked off. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them.